I was 26 years old. I was living in Northern Virginia. But on this very day, I was just across the Potomac River on the 27th floor of an office building. I was all alone, standing at the end of a long, bright hallway. My heart was racing. I was sweating, and I was trying to calm myself through deep breaths because my hands were shaking. I knew on the other side of that door were three men who were smarter, wealthier, and much more experienced than I was. I knew I was going to have to shake each of their hands, and I didn't want to be shaking and sweaty when I did so. I also knew that if I closed this deal, it would be the largest commission of my life and would change the direction of my young family for years to come. I stood there trying to compose myself before grabbing that door handle and walking in. What I didn't know at the time was that would be the worst day of my life. But as I stood there trying to compose myself, breathing deeply, I did not know that yet. Finally, I wiped my palms on my cheap pantsuit legs. I started thinking positive thoughts. I was convincing myself that I was ready for this moment, and I had worked so hard and prepared so long for. I reached out to grab that doorknob, and just before I turned it, I heard a female voice call, "Wait, Mr. Greats." It was the receptionist who directed me to this long, bright hallway just minutes earlier. "Yes," I replied with a cracked voice. There's something you really need to know about those three men before you go in there and give them your sales pitch. I feel like I need to share something with you. Now, are you curious as to what this lady needed to share with me at that very moment? Well, I hope so, because it would be annoying if I never told you what she told me, right? Well, I'm not going to tell you. But what I am going to tell you is this. What you just experienced during that story was increased levels of dopamine sent to your brain via nerve cells. During my story, was your focus increased? Was your attention increased? Did you create situations around this story? Could you picture what that hallway looked like, or what I looked like standing there, shaking, sweating? Could you picture what the three men on the other side of the door looked like, or what that door handle I almost grabbed looked like? So you've been watching a lot of my morning huddle videos over the past couple of years, but I guarantee this is one that you'll remember more than most because you were engaged in that story, and you wanted to know what happened next. So a good story is designed to build suspense and keep people interested and allow them to create a picture within their own heads. A good story keeps us wanting to know what happens next. This is because a good story induces dopamine into the brains of the person listening. So, as an insurance producer who sells a promise, it's not sexy, it's not exciting, and to most people, it's not even real. It is your job to prescribe just what the doctor ordered for your prospects and your customers. Dopamine. You have to make the invisible visible. You have to create that emotional attachment and increase the levels of dopamine in your prospect's brain through the power of story so they understand exactly what that promise is offering and how it works and why it works, and create a situation where the prospect wants to know more. This way, by the end of the story, it won't be about them needing what you can offer. Instead, it will be about them wanting what you have for them. That is when the magic happens, because people want to buy what they want, not what they need. Just like you want to know what that lady told me that day. But I am still not going to tell you. But I will tell you this. If you enjoyed this video, I have great news. You will absolutely love our 100-day challenge. We have created 100 training videos just like these, 5, 6, 7 minutes long, and they are specifically designed to improve the production results at your agency. So I encourage you to please check out our 100-day challenge today, and I thank you for joining us in the Positive Impact Club.